So CNN reporter Tal Shalev acknowledged the following, and this is the headline of a February 28th, 2026 CNN piece. Timing of US-Israel attack on Iran bears symbolic meaning in Judaism as Netanyahu references holiday of Purim? Am I saying that correctly? Okay.
Not really, but it's okay.
How do you say it?
I'm not sure either. Purim?
Purim. Okay, fine. So here's what Netanyahu is quoted as saying. 2,500 years ago in ancient Persia, a tyrant rose against us with the very same goal to utterly destroy our people. Netanyahu said of the story.
The Polish people?
Said of the story, which takes place in what is now Iran. Today as well, on Purim, the lot has fallen, and in the end, this evil regime will fall too. Now remember, the first Israeli strike was on a girls' elementary school in Iran, killing 175 children, mostly children. We don't know if every single one was a child, but most of them were little girls. Okay, so ahead of the upcoming Jewish holiday, worshipers read a specific portion of Deuteronomy, which of course is in the Old Testament. It commands the ancient Israelites to remember Amalek and to eradicate the memory of Amalek once the Israelites settle in their land. Amalek is often referenced as a historical enemy of the Jewish people, and Netanyahu invoked it shortly after the October 7th, 2023 attack on Israel, which is why they leveled Gaza. They used this insane ideology to justify killing all those innocent civilians and leveling the Gaza Strip. So the fact that he invoked Amalek again after striking an elementary school and killing 175 people, I think is notable when you're trying to decipher who the actual terrorists are.
All right, shalom. Welcome back to another video. And as always, before I get started, I would like to give all the praise, honor, and glory to the beloved Heavenly Father in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule well. Peace, love, and salutation to you, Akim, pushing this word and believe in this word, as well as you few sincere Aqua that are believing this word. To you all I say shalom, and may the blessing of election be upon your houses. I'm your fellow servant, Malachi from the GMS Orlando camp, back with another quick lesson. And as always, I pray it be edifying to the hopeful elect, all right? And these devils are still trying to hide themselves, okay? And the jig is up, all right? You got to come out with your hands up, man. Don't make no sudden moves. All right, the whole world is on to you, man. Okay, so all that shit that you used to be able to pull, you can't pull it no more. All right, for one, knowledge is being increased in the earth. Okay, so like I said, the narrative that you thought you had, you're losing it, man, and you don't even realize it. You don't realize that, you know, the majority of the world has woken up to the BS that goes on here in Babylon the Great, man. All right, but here we have Bibi Netanyahu, all right, which is the leader over there, the small hats, okay? He's claiming that, you know, the Iranians are the Amalekites in the scriptures. And I find that interesting because if they're the Amalekites, then who are you? Because you're damn sure not the chosen people, man. You're not the Israelites. You don't even call yourselves Israelites, you know? So he's going on to say that, you know, his actions that he's taking over there in the so-called Middle East is justified because of the scriptures. All right, he's saying that because he's an Israelite, all right, he's justified with raging war on Amalek. First and foremost, you know, I'm not even going to speak hypothetically and say if he was the Israelites. All right, the true Israelites understand that they can't lift up a hand and rage war on anybody, man. All right, we have to wait upon Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's first and foremost. The scripture says that the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, all right? They're mighty to the pulling down the strongholds, you see? And we know that these devils have been blessed with the sword. That's how you know that these are Edomites, okay? Who descend, these are the Amalekites that descend from Esau, man, Edom, okay? But this is the hypocrisy of these demons, man. Right, they go to and from the earth speaking lies. The scripture says, hey, as soon as they be born, they go speaking lies. And here they are continuously lying because they got to lie about the lies that they lied about, in the words of the elder Manata Zakba. All right, these devils have been lying for ages. He forgot half the lies that he told, man. You know, so you know how that is. When you lie, you got to keep up with a lie. You gotta keep going, man. All right, but like I said, this is the hypocrisy of these devils, man. Okay, let's grab a couple scriptures. But before that, I found something interesting when I went to the AI overview on Google. All right, out of curiosity, man, I wanted to see something. All right, because you know, the so-called white man, he's only going to allow you to see what he wants you to see. All right, and what he doesn't want you to see, he's not going to allow you to see it. So check this shit out right here, man. The Amalekites descendants today. I looked this up on the AI overview. There are no known verified biological descendants of the biblical Amalekites today. You don't say, okay? And you can go look up any other nation from the table of nations. All right, Ammon, Moab, okay? For the most part, I didn't do the whole search on all of them, but I was just curious. You know, the AI overview gives you the descendants of who these different nations are today, but when you go look up Amalek, it doesn't show you. Guess who else it doesn't show you? Esau. All right, well, let's continue on. It says, as a nation was lost to history centuries ago, in Jewish tradition, Amalek is considered a symbolic spiritual archetype for the ultimate irrational and genocidal enemy of the J people. So if this nation was lost to history, okay, and there's no a trace of who these people are today, why in the hell is Bibi Netanyahu claiming that the Iranians are Amalekites? You see that? These devils are something else, man. That's why the Lord has to eradicate these MFs, man. All right, he has to. These niggas are worse than gutter rats, man. Okay, it says spiritual archetype for the ultimate irrational and genocidal enemy of the J people. Consequently, the term is applied historically and politically to those who threaten J existence, such as the N-words, Nazis, or in contemporary rhetoric by some as a comparison for Hamas. So basically, if you're in opposition with the J people, you're an Amalekite. Man, these people's logic is flawed, man. And it's like that for a reason, man. They trying to keep up with the lies that he lied about, man. Right now you see how they're getting all sloppy. Biblical background: the Amalekites were descendants of Amalek, a grandson of Esau, and were known as relentless enemies of the Israelites, often targeting the vulnerable. All right, now who does that sound like? That sounds like Esau for you, man. Okay, targeting the weak. The scriptures speak, plenty times about how the wicked, all right, which is Esau, Edom, he laid the snare, try to catch people off guard, and that goes into him being a cunning hunter. Okay, this is how we know that Esau, Edom, is the so-called white man. Now let's go here. The AI overview for Esau. It says Esau's descendants, historically known as the Edomites, originated in the region south of the Dead Sea in Edom. They were a Semitic people, and it's Shemitic. There's no such thing as Semitic, man. Okay, this is the BS that they're continuously pushing. Okay, who in the fuck is Sem? You see, it's Ham, Shem, and Japheth. There's no Sem. Okay, they were a Semitic people closely related to the Israelites. They came from the same womb. Of course they related. Okay, stemming from Esau's marriages to Canaanite and Ishmaelite women. Today they are not identified as a single distinct nation, but likely assimilated into various Middle Eastern populations. That's bullshit. Esau Edom is a so-called white man. Okay, now you see the similarities. They got all of these different scholars, all of these different historians, okay, all these different Hebrew scholars, that are able to trace the lineages and go into the scriptures and line everything up, but somehow they don't know who Amalek is today. Somehow they don't know who Esau Edom is today. All right, we know who Esau is, man, through the prophecies. Okay, let's go here. This is what did I want to get out of here? This is Job 20. Let's start at verse 5. Start at verse 4. All right, because these are the biggest hypocrites known to man. All of them. This is Job 20:4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, okay, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. And you know, we're seeing that. We're seeing his moment come to an end, because Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai have set you know, bounds that these devils cannot pass, man. And they're reaching that limit. All right, they're reaching that ceiling, which is the New World Order and that micro C-hip. And they're getting ready to come down with it, man, because they know they're running out of time. They ain't got no other choice, man. All right, I believe that's what's getting ready to come from all of this you know, conflict between Iran and the US, okay, economic collapse, a reset, you know, but we're going to continue to watch and see what comes from it. Either way, we know that this shit is moving forward. Call Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. This is verse 6. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? All right, like I said, it's coming a time where the Lord is going to eradicate these devils from the face of the earth, man. Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 6. For the vile person will speak villainy, all right, wickedly, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy. And these devils love to speak hypocrisy. They love to be in that hypocritical spirit, man. Okay, they'll condemn somebody for doing a heinous act or something that could be tied to theism, and then they turn around and do the same shit. Here they are getting ready to make us an offender for a word. They getting ready to paint us as domestic tease, man, because we out in the highways and byways reading the scriptures and speaking against the evil that's being done in the earth. And here it is, the world hates us. But these niggas are justified when they use the scriptures to drop nukes on the damn school full of girls, man. You heard you heard them on the news panel up there. This is the hypocrisy of the devil, man. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who haven't woken up to that fact yet, all right, you're getting ready to, all right, because he's not gonna hold back. You know, once that time is you know, here for him to come down with that great wrath, he's not gonna hold back. And I pray he doesn't hold back. It says here, verse 6, for the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. All right, so he's of no benefit to the people. All right, he looks at anybody who's not a J or not like them. They call them goyim. All right, they're just cattle. You know, these niggas are wicked, man. That's why they got to get the hell up out of here. Okay. Somebody might say, well, how you know Esau the so-called white man? How you know he white man? Because of prophecy. And if you're paying attention to prophecy and you know the prophecies, okay, it's evident. Let's go here. This is Genesis 25. Let's start at verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And that time is getting ready to come, right, where the elder, which is Esau, is going to serve Jacob. right? Isaiah the 14th chapter. This is verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. All right, that same red devil, man. All right, the red horse that it speaks about in Revelation 6 chapter. All right, power was given him to take peace from the earth. This is him, that nigga. Verse 25, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. All right, so just like that. All right, Esau came out, boom. Then Jacob came out. You notice how it didn't give a description on what Jacob looked like. It's because Jacob came out like the other normal children at that time, the same color as everybody else. Esau was the one that came out red. All right, so this is verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. Right, this was the point I wanted to get to right here. And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. All right, so boom, here we are. We have a red man who is a cunning hunter, who can out hunt the so-called white man. All right, who can go in the field and come back with bucks and shit like him, man. Now, don't get me wrong, we know, you know, other people hunt, but you know, Esau is the master at hunting, man. Okay, he get up in the damn trees and shit, put the camouflage on, cover himself in goddamn a deer piss. Okay, so that's one reason how we know that Esau Edom is the so-called white man. All right, this is another reason right here. This is 2 Ezra 6 and verse 7. Then answered I and said, when shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Right now it's symbolic. Okay, how they came out the womb, it was symbolic. It was foretelling the future. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question, Esdras asked thou not. Right, so right here is saying that Esau is the end of the world, right? The end of an age, an eon. Okay, and here we are in the last days. We're seeing that this is the end. So it means that whoever would be in the ruling seat in the last days, that's Esau. Okay, whoever would be ruling before the Lord Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, gets back, that's Esau, man. Okay, so that's another scripture that we go to prove that Esau Edom is a so-called white man. And there's many other scriptures, man. I'm gonna grab one more. All right, and if you're not up on game, if you don't know this by now, then hey, you know, it is what it is, man. Okay, this is Lamentation chapter 4 and verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. All right, being discovered. Okay, like I said earlier, you know, these devils are still trying to hide themselves. Okay, they're trying to hide their nakedness, but the Lord is uncovering the nakedness of these devils. All right, so they're being shamed. All right, they're having that shameful spewing upon their glory. Okay, that's why you know, nobody regard them you know, highly like they used to. I'm talking about the small hats. Everybody just pisses on the small hats, man. They don't give a damn about the small hats. Everybody has some shit to say about the small hats, and that's good, as they should, man. Damn scum on the earth. Verse 22, it says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished. All right, this is the last captivity. Okay, that's thus saith the Lord. All right, again, verse 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. All right, so the Lord is not going to send us back into captivity anymore. All right, neither will the so-called white man rule over us anymore, man. All right, so this is it. This goes to show you that the last captivity that we will be in will be ran by Esau. Okay, now I'm gonna bring out one to condemn these devils real quick. All right, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36 and verse 5, and this is the Lord condemning them. All right, ultimately it says, therefore thus said the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. All right, so there's nothing but gutter rats over there in the land right now, who have taken the land, all right, into their own possession. Look at all the shit that's going on over there, man. You got Tel Aviv, homosexual capital. You got, immorality going on over there. You got war. Why are all these things going on if the true people are in that land? All right, the Lord said, there's going to be peace. They're not going to know war anymore once the true Israel is restored, once the true ruins are rebuilt, once the breaches are fixed, are closed. Where's King David? Where's the temple? Where's Yahushua? Why are y'all still at war? These are questions that they need to answer, and they won't be able to answer, man, because they're not the true people. And all they do is tell lies, like I said. All right, this is verse 5 from the top. Therefore thus said the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful mind to cast it out for a prey. And the Lord is getting ready to cast them out, man. Okay, the Lord said, remember these niggas, man. All right, let's go to Deuteronomy 25 and verse 17. All right, and they hate this. They trying to project this on the Iranians, man, on the Iranians. No, man, you niggas are the Amalekites, man. So you got to get ready for the indignation of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It don't matter how you try to flip the script and put that name on somebody else. You can't hide yourself, man. All right, Jeremiah 24 and 23. Can any hide himself? Okay, you can't hide from the Lord, man. Neither can you hide from the Lord's mouthpiece. That's why your ass getting destroyed, man. Because of the prophets out in the highways and byways declaring your ways to your face, man. Deuteronomy chapter 25 and verse 17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when you were come forth out of Egypt. So Bibi Netanyahu is claiming that they were the people that were serving in captivity in Egypt. You niggas would have been wiped out, man. You think you can survive captivity in Egypt, man? Come on, man. Make that shit make sense. All right, make it make sense, man. These niggas are hypocrites, but like I said, the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment, and we're seeing their joy be darkened, as it says in Isaiah the 24th chapter. All right, so I'm gonna close this lesson by giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Re'ah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule well. All right, peace, love, and salutation to the elect, to you Akim and you Akwa. See you on the next one, Lord willing. Shalom, Wa Abba Babal. Hey, the Lord is putting in work. All right, we're seeing a major shift happen. Call Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Shalom.